Welcome everybody to the ever stunning Aerofly Fs2. In case you haven't guessed it, we are in Switzerland and I'm going to take you on a little flight to the Gotthard Pass, which is a infamous stretch of road that I did a few years ago, and Melissa did very well on the back of the bike. She's very brave. I had the easy job really. But we're also here for another reason actually, and that is because I have tried to super sample my reverb thanks to a subscriber. I can't remember your name, so I do apologise, I'm useless. But yeah, I'm not really a massive fan of super sampling the reverb, to be honest. I leave it at native resolution simply because it's plenty good enough for me anyway. I'm absolutely fine, the clarity, no problems at all. But I thought, you know what, it's Aerofly, it's got room in its sort of graphics engine and performance to try it. So I thought, well, why not? And you can do that by going in to the UI, settings, virtual reality, and you can see this slider here called render scale factor. You can mess around with that. I've got mine set quite high at 1.6, but to be honest, I'm really not seeing any difference in performance. I'm using a 1080 Ti card, which isn't the best these days, but it certainly isn't no slouch, that's for sure. But yeah, no problems at all. And what does that give me? I mean, what is the difference? Well, I can tell you guys right now, the difference is unprecedented. It is huge. It's a massive difference. The reverb is already an amazing display that it is, but now I feel like the sweet spot's bigger, because it just feels like there's more edge-to-edge clarity, if that makes sense. And it's just completely pin sharp. I don't know why you'd want any more clarity than what this gives you. I think it would be wasted, to be honest. It feels like I've got like 4K per eye now or something. It really is a huge difference. So thank you so much for that subscriber, for suggesting that. I think it really does pop. The display is even more impressive than it was before, which I never thought was possible. I mean, really, as I say, the only thing you're lacking now is just the field of view, and I think a lot of that is a contentious issue, and it's down to your IPD. And my IPD is 65. I'm quite lucky that it's bang on the money for this particular headset, and I think that's why I don't complain about the field of view. I think it's wide enough for me personally. I'm not willing to spend another £1,500 just to get a bit more edge-to-edge sort of, image, which some of it may be distorted anyway. So for me, this is very, very nice indeed. Anyway, ahead of us here, you should be able to see now, coming to view, the Gotthard Pass. Now, I've been meaning to have a look at this in Aerofly for a while now, as I'm just touring around this area, and this is exactly how I remember it. Now, I haven't picked the best helicopter for the job. I mean, this little R22 doesn't have a massive amount of power, but we'll be able to make it. In fact, when this was taking, it looks like it was a very busy day on the pass. There's plenty of cars, but actually I was quite lucky. There wasn't that many around, because by the time I actually found the pass, it was getting about, I think it was about 7 o'clock at night, and it was still about 30 degrees. So I had the whole pass to myself, which was really incredible. I thought I might put that on YouTube in a bit, because it really is spectacular, and you'll be able to see how true to life this is. In fact, I'll put a few shots in now to the right hand side to show you what it looks like. And yeah, very, very nice. Now I'm going to have to really try and get this R22 to gain some altitude. Oh yeah, this is incredible. I just can't get over the difference in super sampling it. I mean, that was always my plan anyway with the reverb, as a sort of way of an investment that, when computer hardware gets better, VR gets better, all you need to do really is to super sample the reverb a little bit, and you've got an even better display. It does make a huge difference. Now, if I just bank to the left a little bit, you can see here check out all those hairpin bends. 1 in 3, and it's like a blocked paving style surface. Plays havoc with bike tyres. And I remember going down that and thinking, oh my god. You come through this bit here and then go right round. Yeah, it's exactly how it is in real life. Now of course I'm very close to the scenery here, so it's going to look a little bit washed out, but I think it's pretty damn good. I wonder what it would look like in Flight Simulator 2020. And I remember that dam as well, just to the left here. Oh, let's take a look outside. Absolutely stunning. Very cool indeed. Actually this little R22 is doing a great job. So I think the it tops out about 7,000 feet if I remember, and I remember it was like 30 degrees at the bottom, and by the time we got to the top we were throwing snowballs at each other. And then we went down that way. Oh, just, yeah, very, very, very pretty area. Just gorgeous. I want to go back there again very soon. So, just to recap, if you want to try super sampling your reverb in Aerofly, make sure that your SteamVR settings are at native resolution, otherwise you're going to end up super sampling it twice, and that's going to kill your computer very quickly. And just use the actual setting in Aerofly itself to adjust it, to mess around with it. I wouldn't recommend doing this in, say, X-Plane, because it just doesn't have the horsepower to run it right now. I'm hoping it will have in the very near future, but for the time being, just try it in Aerofly if you have it. It really does make a difference. Amazing. And actually the R22 display is quite far away from you, but oh yeah, it's just pin sharp. I love flying this bird. It is so spectacular. I was flying in the glider, the default glider the other day, and I'm really impressed with how Aerofly manages and simulates thermals and ridge lift. At one point I had this incredible lift of about 3,000–4,000 feet per minute, and I was circling right up this mountain, and I think I must have been flying for about an hour before I decided to land, and that was obviously in the glider. I had no power, and I managed to just kind of keep finding those thermals everywhere. God, it really is a busy day on the pass. Please it wasn't like that when I did it. It is a stunning piece of road, stunning engineering. I tell you, the roads in Europe are just wonderful. They're smooth, they are wide, they're really well maintained. There's generally not that much traffic, unlike the UK, which is full of potholes and tractors and trucks and dirt and grime, and it really is awful in the UK at the moment. It really is, and it's great that I can just kind of escape back into VR again and relive some of my holiday shenanigans. That's what it's all about. Let's take one more look outside. Look at that for a view. Stunning. So that is, guys, the Gotthard Pass. So if you have Aerofly and you have a reverb, give it a go. Try super sampling it. I must admit, I've got to confess, it makes a Herculean difference. It's probably like twice as good again. You know, it's just really, really quite impressive. Really, really cool. I love how these clouds are just hanging over the mountains as well. Tons of atmosphere. Right, we'll head back to the airport, and I'll leave that video here for now. Oh, also, just before I go, hopefully if I've done this right, I've recorded this video in 1080p on, and it's 60 frames per second. So let me know, guys, if you prefer this and if it makes a difference to what you can see. It does definitely, it's going to kill my hard drive a bit quicker. Obviously I'm going to have to use a bit more space and it takes a bit more editing, processing and all that kind of stuff. But if it's worth it for a much better quality video, then let me know in the comments and I'll start doing these in 1080p, particularly in Aerofly anyway, because I do think it's very photogenic and it's very easy to record in VR because you don't have to use a mirror, so you don't lose any quality as such. Anyway, I'll catch you guys soon. Take care and see you on the next one. Bye bye for now.